I got into an interesting conversation, man, this past week. I was out and about. I was actually in D.C. For the Lions game. And I talked to somebody, man, and he like, man, on the podcast, man, talk about Dillon Gabriel, man. Talk about how bad he is. And I'm like, man, listen. I said, here's my opinion on Dillon Gabriel. I'm like, I choose to not make it about Dillon Gabriel. I said, because I've said that Kevin Stefanski has no ability to either assess or develop quarterback talent. I said, so Dillon Gabriel, in my opinion, is as much a victim of that as is everybody else on the Cleveland Browns. They all his hostages, man. I'm like, I can't make Dillon Gabriel less of a hostage than Shedeur Sanders or Myles Garrett or Delpit or Denzel Ward. They all being held hostage by Kevin Stefanski.
The plague of Kevin Stefanski.
I'm like, poor Dillon Gabriel. He just trying to play football and live his NFL dream. I said, I saw the 22-yard pass he threw on Sunday. I've seen flights to D.C. land quicker than that ball landed. That thing was in the air forever.
A true moon rock.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, man, listen, he's a victim too. I said, because he probably shouldn't even be on the field. He should probably be developing, and because to me, he got the same athletic profile and arm strength as Tua, and Tua's led the league in passing yards. We've seen guys like Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones on their third and fourth teams, respectively, playing at an MVP level. So we know coaching and system are maybe more important than actual individual talent. Not that you don't need some individual talent.
Well, I mean, Indianapolis is a clear case of that because they're about to get rid of Anthony Richardson as soon as they can.
Exactly. And this is what I'm saying. So I'm like, it's very hard for me to just sit and go in on Dillon Gabriel. I've seen the same things that everybody else has seen. I don't think that he certainly shouldn't be quarterbacking an NFL team. If you asking me my personal assessment of him as a quarterback. But I can't really go in on him as a player because the coach is a numbskull. He's doing things that make no sense. So if he's doing stuff that makes no sense, and I'm already telling you that they playing cards with a fixed deck, I then can't make fun of one guy because he can't win. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't point my finger and laugh at the other guy, but what say you about what's going on in Cleveland, man? I'll take a few of your thoughts before we move on because I don't want to take too long on this. But somebody asked me to bring that topic up.
Well, I mean, Dillon Gabriel, they said that he's a supercomputer. And I guess, what computer are they talking about? Commodore 64?
Listen, once again, I've seen what everybody else has seen.
It's bad.
It is.
But, Kevin Stefanski at this point, he's trolling outside observers and casual NFL fans, at best.
Yeah.
And rage baiting Cleveland Browns fans at worst. Because, this is completely out of hand. Like, there's no way that you can repeatedly go back to these performances on a weekly basis and then get up on a microphone and just say, no, we don't have, any plans, or it would just be unfair to entertain any thought of, playing or starting Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah. It's very bizarre.
And meanwhile, I can't believe I'm saying this, you've got John Gruden, of all people, saying, I could turn the Browns around with Shedeur Sanders.
Of course.
Of course, John Gruden would probably say anything to get a job. But at this point,
no,
I would take John Gruden over Kevin Stefanski. I'd take you over Kevin Stefanski.
Anybody.
I'd take this chair with the wheel missing over here over Kevin Stefanski at this point. I don't understand it. And I've been meaning to ask you, but it keeps slipping my mind. But now that we're here and we're on the subject, have you heard anything about the John Doe lawsuit against it? Because
only that it is proceeding.
Because at this point, I mean,
Right. You want to add some more predicates
there's no rhyme or reason to this.
Yeah.
Like
No.
none. Like none of this makes sense at this point. There were some throws that they were showing where, again, it's always different when, it's fans watching from the TV vantage point. But it's, you have to kind of take the word of the players that did it. And where they're saying, like, these are just simple reads that a high school quarterback should make if you're going forward on 3rd and short, 3rd and 1, and you've got 2 and 3 guys open on 4-man fronts. It's just like, what are we doing?
I mean, the Jets had 42 passing yards, and they won 27-20. And Brian Daboll got fired this week.
Right.
What kind of bizarro world are we living in where
We're defending Brian Daboll.
I mean, listen.
I mean, his top 3 offensive players are out.
Yeah, listen. The mistake that Brian Daboll made he started Russell Wilson for 3 weeks. He acted like he had all the time in the world.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I don't even think that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
What would you think it was?
His handling of their best assets' health.
Yeah, I mean, right. He let them run around.
Letting Jackson Dart run around. Like
and it's not even like this past
Jake
week.
Plummer in 99.
And I wouldn't say it wasn't even this past weekend when I think the quote came out that he didn't know that he possibly had a concussion. I think it goes back to when he tried to
run in the tent
on that third against the Eagles.
I've heard
you might be on to something.
I've heard people say that, and listen, does that have something to do with it? Sure, something. Nothing is everything, but everything is something.
Yeah, you can't play with those concussions, especially when you're talking your quarterback draft. I mean, you look at Andrew Luck; he threw the towel on himself.
But
and I'm not saying that he wouldn't not been let go at the end of the season. But I'm saying the reason that he was let go on Monday, I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Let me tell you something. The reason that he was let go is because they've won 2 games, and he wasted 3 games fooling around with Russell Wilson. I'm telling you, if he started Jackson Dart on day 1, they would not have 2 wins. He wouldn't have wasted, because you got to remember, not only did he waste 3 games with Russell Wilson, it's bigger than that. He wasted 3 games that Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo could have been together.
Yep.
He wasted games where Jackson Dart and Malik Neighbors could have been together. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that time he wasted with letting Russell Wilson do that. And Jackson Dart is much further along in his development now, and he's not putting himself in harm. See, you got time to coach him up if you don't waste time. Right. Brian Daboll acted like he had all kinds of time. And not to go back to what we were talking about, the future is now.
Yeah.
In professional sports, the future is now. When you act like you got time in a time-sensitive career, that's the quickest way to get yourself terminated.
Yeah. And the Giants gave him enough time because he was certainly trending for 3 seasons in a row of just putting out stinkers with a fairly good athletic defense.
And let me address what you just said, nephew. The reason why he was standing outside the tent, worried about whether or not his quarterback was coming back out, is because he wasted too much time. See, had he not wasted all that time with Russell Wilson in the first place, then you ain't got to be standing there wondering whether or not, because Russell Wilson, you'd have been treating him like a backup from day 1. Okay, let the backup go in there and run for a little while. But because you already saw him stink it up for 3 games, you had already seen enough.
No, Russell is not an option.
Correct. Now you know he's not an option because you already wasted too much time. See, that's what happens when you waste time. The most successful people in the world do a good job of understanding how to be balanced and grow at the same time. What does that mean? That means I can be happy with where I am, and understand that I still have other places that I need to get to. That's a very, very difficult tightrope to walk. I'm happy with where I am, but I understand that this is not where I need to end up. Most people can't do that. That's why most people are not highly successful.
Those the keys right there.
Yeah. I'm like, it's very hard to be happy with where you are and still reaching for something more. But that's the tightrope that you have to walk. And he didn't do that. I'm like, you wasting time with Russell Wilson. We telegraphed that. You could go back to us. We got shorts
July,
and clips.
August,
We started that in the preseason. Do not start this season starting no Russell Wilson. Do not do it. We know what Russell Wilson is. We know what Russell Wilson is going to do. And he did it anyway.
Yep.
And now he's terminated. We saw that coming. I'm like, if you do that, you drafted Jackson Dart for the next head coach. Yeah. I said that on this podcast.
We all knew he wouldn't make it through the season.
You're right. You can go back and I said those words. I said, if you do that, you drafted him for the next head coach. He's not going to be your quarterback. He's going to be the next head coach's quarterback because you're going to get terminated. You don't have time. You don't have time to waste. Your ownership and management is not looking at you like, yeah, he got all the time in the world. No, you traded up to get him. If you traded up to get somebody and then you say, yeah, we're going to take our time with him, you don't have no time. What time you taking? You're taking my time now. So he wasted all of that energy and time on Russell Wilson. And now you unemployed. And so now you can go think about that.